will suffer, sacrifice, and die because of my order.
It is not death which creates them. They will be swept into the infancy of a new world.
What about the Underworlders? They will lose the protection of the architects. They will see me as a tyrant.
You have witnessed the world we have promised. A temporary misunderstanding for an eternity of prosperity.
We will honor your decision.
I understand.
Come on, those toys of yours aren't that dangerous.
Then why hasn't she woken up yet?
Maybe I'm allergic to whatever's in your smoke gas.
Because she's sound asleep. Didn't you hear her sleep talking? Ah, poor child. Sounded like a bad nightmare. Tell me the truth, Sampo. What are you gonna do about the Overworld girl?
What am I gonna do about her? Why, wait for the opportunity and send her back, together with the rest of them, of course. Hey, come on, what's with the...
Why are you talking like that? Like March and Don Hong aren't here? Is it just me?
You're a bad liar, Sampo Koski.
What? I didn't mean to bring her along. The smoke was too dense. I was in a daze. Before I knew it, I'd somehow dragged her down here, too.
What do you mean? You had to have picked me up on purpose.
What are you up to, Sampo? Why do you insist on getting caught up in overworld affairs that have nothing to do with you? If it's a whole lot more attention from Wildfire you want, you're going about it the right way.
Hey now, Sampo Koski's primary concern is taking care of his friends. These guys scratch my back. How could I live with myself if I didn't scratch theirs? And another thing, where does Wildfire get off assuming that these fine folks won't come in useful to them, huh? I mean, you never know.
Which is why you've set them loose in the underground?
Oh, okay. Don Hong and March are here. They're just... I was just asleep for a lot longer than them.
Come on, accidents happen. I'll have them rounded up in no time.
That girl... Get her back as soon as possible, then don't let her out of your sight. The underground has been sealed off for over 10 years now. The children won't even remember what overgrounders look like. If a girl in a silver main guard uniform suddenly shows up, what would Wildfire do with her? What would they do with you?
Wait, are we not even talking about me and March? Okay, now I'm confused.
All right, I get it. I'm setting off right now. I'll have to trouble you to look after them while I'm gone, ma'am.
Hey, sleepyhead. Looks like you're awake.
Okay, no, it is me. Everything makes sense again. Time to raid your clinic.
How are you feeling? Any aches or pains?
I have migraines all over my body. I don't think that's a thing that is possible.
I bet. You were mumbling something about stellarons and wishes. I couldn't make sense of it. Well, now that you're awake, you should probably try moving your limbs. I'm Natasha, a doctor in the underground. You've already spent a day in my clinic. Nice to meet you, too. You're very polite. Sampo's gone to clear up a mess of his own making, so I'm looking after you in the meantime. Based on your current state, I don't think there's any cause for alarm. You seem perfectly healthy. So if you don't mind, I'll go and take a look at the other patients.
What's our medical bill?
Sampo just told me that you lost consciousness. He didn't say why. Still, I'll wager it had something to do with him. He's always tinkering with his devices. Anyway, the opinion of the clinic is that none of you have come to harm. Sampo told me. Don't worry, the Silvermane guards won't follow you below ground. We've been cut off from the surface for many years. Even when things were at their worst down here, they never showed. Of course, I don't know the whole story behind why the architects ordered the lockdown. Who knows? Thanks to you, they might finally be about to lift it. Something that Wildfire's wanted to achieve for a long time now.
I mean, lifting the lockdown just because they need to send guards down here to arrest us is not the best outcome, but I mean, if it works, I suppose.
Oh, please, you needn't worry. You've just been asleep for a while. I barely had to lift a finger. I might have exaggerated your condition for Sampo's years, but that guy owes me. He better bring me back some medicine.
Yeah, okay, so where are my friends?
They've been up for a while already. The young guy with the dark hair left first. He went with Sampo. Your rowdier friend took off soon after waking up. I imagine she's taking a stroll nearby. As for the girl in the Silvermane guard uniform, I told Sampo to watch her, but it seems that he left his post and she made a run for it. Good question. He's a man of mystery. He claims to be a simple cross-border businessman. Not that there's much to interest an overworlder down here. Either way, he's got a surprising number of connections. I've managed to secure more than a few urgent medical supplies through him, and he's been a big help to Wildfire. In any case, I don't think his intentions are sinister. It's a grassroots organization. Think of it as the Silvermane Guards of the Underground, but less stone-hearted. No need to thank me. It's a doctor's duty to heal.
I gotta find March 7th in Dan Hung. But where should I start?
Well, we found March. Dumpster. Well behaved. I would never, good sir. Yeah, this one. You're making me want to break you open. bread flavored soda? Okay. Sorry for breaking into your house.
So, you promise that if I win hide and seek, you'll tell Big Sister March all the ins and outs. Yep, all the ins and outs. What does that mean? It just means you'll tell me all the details. No hiding anything and no telling fibs. Hook isn't an overgrounder, you know. Hook never tells fibs.
Yeah, never.
Well, that's settled then. Okay, let's play. Huh? You, when did you get here?
Oh, just before. Does it matter?
Quit acting like a child.
Oh, come on, it's fun though.
It's like this. After I woke up, that doctor said Sampo had taken Dan Hung with him. I went around in circles trying to find the blue-haired scoundrel and bumped into these kids. They say they know where he is. But they said I had to join the moles or something if I wanted to find out. And to do that, I had to prove my strength by winning a game of hide and seek. Do you get it?
I get it, you're being bullied by children. I mean, hide and seek is not a team game, but...
Huh, when did you start being so nice?
Excuse you, I have always been nice.
Hey, are you done with your secret talk? The most time is precious.
Yeah, precious.
Okay, we're done. Pitch Dark Hook the Great. This is my friend. She also wants to join the moles. Can she play too? Sure. I guess so. Then, you guys are seeking.
Boss, they don't seem very smart. Why don't we do a practice one first?
You're right, Julian. Okay, let's do a practice one. I'll hide. You two have to find me. So, you kids think you're better than us, huh? Just you wait and see.
And to be fair, they know the layout of the land and we absolutely do not.
It's simple. When you see one of them, you just have to catch them.
Trash can. Oh, trash can.
Ha! Gotcha! So what? It's just a practice. Wait until we're playing for real. You'll see.
But don't worry about it, Hook. As you can see, I immediately got distracted by trash cans. So...
Bring it on. Alright. Now we're playing for real. You gotta count to 50 before you open your eyes. No cheating. 47, 48, 49, 50. Ready or not, here I come, naughty children. The moles haven't lost a game for ages. You're doomed. You got it yet? We're the Underground's greatest hiders and Haha, I caught you. Doesn't count unless you can answer this question.
that's not how hide and seek works. Show me the rulebook.
What? But we caught you. What's with the Q&A? I thought I had you there.
That's right. There are no Q&A portions in hide and seek. I know how to play hide and seek.
Something's not right. That guy's been staring at us this whole time. Hide and seek might have to wait. Let's see what he wants.
I mean, okay. Seemingly adult man who is whistling suspiciously.
My instincts are telling me something's not right with this guy. But...
Nonsense! How many 8-year-olds do you see walking around that look like this, huh?
How did you know we were looking for an 8-year-old boy?
Alright, the jig is up. Your voice gave it away.
But I'm Julian of 1,000 Faces. Why did you have to talk to me? My reputation is ruined. What will the boss think?
I mean, that was very impressive, Julian. I have no idea how you did that.
No need for the melodrama. That was still a magical performance.
Clocking off, finally.
I'm not. Oh, there you are.
Don't run. I got you, Hook.
Not fair. I'm the boss of the moles. How can I lose to a bunch of villains?
I ain't a villain.
Do your worst. I'm not afraid.
What are they feeding you kids down here?
I'm sorry, boss. I failed.
Darn! How did you see through Julian's disguise? What villainy is this?
Those with keen eyes see the dust between the stars. I came up with that, by the way.
It doesn't sound like something you'd say. But I'll let you take credit in front of these kids.
About time I got some credit for it. So, Pitch Dark Hook the Great. You can tell us now, right?
Yes. The boss of the moles is true to her word. Hook saw the blue-haired guy take your dark-haired friend to the fight club.
Ooh, Fight Club.
The Fight Club?
I thought the first rule of Fight Club was don't talk about Fight Club.
You don't talk about it.
Is this more secret talk?
Don't worry about it, Hook.
Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Where is the Fight Club? Can you show us the way?
But it's an obvious building. Grown-ups are just useless. Come with Hook. I'll take you over.
Thanks, oh great one.
That's Pitch Dark Hook the Great to you. Who said you could shorten my title?
A club just for fighting. Who knew undergrounders had such brutal hobbies?
In fact, it's awesome.
They let you take part? When did this place last have an inspection?
Loads of kids take part.
Despicable. My criminal activity senses are tingling.
We're here. This is it. Hook's gonna go fight. See you later.
Okay.
Who's in charge here? How can they just let kids attack each other?
The moles are in charge, that's who. But only the kids. Wildfire's in charge of grown-up business.
So...
The moles control everything underground.
Of course they do.
Ooh, they need one more player there. I gotta go. If you ever want to fight, come find me.
I am not gonna fight like an 8-year-old child, okay? Not gonna do it, alright, Hook? It's not happening.
Brothers and sisters,
Are you ready for today's most spectacular, spine-tingling, earth-shattering contest? On one side, recommended by tall, blue, and handsome, the unsmiling, pulverizing power of the new kid on the block, Cold Dragon Young!
Hey, Don Hong, what are you doing?
And his opponent is none other than the unfeeling, incendiary, explosive might of Team Robomatic! All praise to Boss Svarog! Given that no other fighter was willing to take on the strength of Team Robomatic, Cold Dragon Young will face off against these opponents alone! On learning his fate, the brave young fighter had one thing to say: whatever!
That sounds right.
And so, let the semifinals of the 1758th Fighting King Challenge begin!
Quick, let's help him.
No, I think he'll be fine, to be honest.
Oh, brothers and sisters, an unexpected turn of events! 2 members of the audience have charged into the octagon! It looks like they want to team up with Cold Dragon Young!
So you're awake.
Yeah, hi, I finally woke up.
Yeah, the first thing we did was go look for you. And now that we found you, we're trying to make sure you don't get your butt kicked. You're welcome.
Brothers and sisters, you can feel their passion. The magnetic pull of this electric sport is undeniable. But let me reiterate, these competitions are for professionals only. Whatever you do, kids, don't try this at home. And Cold Dragon Young is signaling that the contest will go ahead. He's just itching to get into it. And so are we. It's the Iron Fists of Cold Dragon Young and friends versus the Iron Skin of Team Robomatic.
And friends.
I can take them on my own, you know.
Yeah, I was pretty sure you could, to be honest, but March wants to help, so we're helping.
We need to work on your emotional intelligence.
I just want to go home. Hold the line.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up. My tempo!
I told ya I could fight.
Let's go. Take this!
Oh, what a beautiful performance! Cold Dragon Young and his last-minute admirers emerge victorious!
Yeah, admirers. Look what you've done, March.
Admirers? How come we don't get cool nicknames?
Cold Dragon Younger and Cold Dragon Youngest?
Forget it. I think our taste in nicknames is different. Hey, look! It's Sampo!
He's getting away! That face was the face of a guilty man. He said, I've gotta leave. I've gotta run. I gotta go. We got another butt to kick.
Let's get after him.
Hey, it's you! I was just thinking to myself, am I getting robbed? Who are these people following me? So, you know, you start to walk a little faster. And anywho, if I just turned around, I could have thrown open my arms and said a big hi to my old friends.
Uh-huh, of course you could have. You definitely didn't look us dead in the eyes and then turn around and run away.
Save it. You saw us in there and got scared. So you pulled a runner.
Me? Scared? Oh, my friends, what do I have to fear? Surely I haven't done anything to offend you.
Now we're just messing with you. I think that if Dunhung didn't want to participate in the fight tournament, he could have just said no.
My fine fellow, please don't do that again. You scared the daylights out of me.
You're the one who jumped to conclusions.
Wait a minute, we're not done here. You dragged us to the underground. So, what's the big idea?
I had no choice but to take you guys down here. It was too dangerous for us on the surface. We're wanted criminals. Sure, the Underworld has its drawbacks, but at least the guards would never follow us. We're safe here.
Except you brought Bronya with you, so that's not great.
Be that as it may, did you really have to poison us?
That too.
Maybe you've forgotten, but we were in a tight spot, my friend. There was no time to think. I had to use whatever I could.
So it wasn't to cover anything up? A secret that you didn't want anyone, including us, to find out?
No, it's...
Don Hung, what secret?
Probably the way he gets between the Over and Underworld.
Well, I'm not certain yet. But there's more to our friend here than meets the eye.
You win. I'll help you to the best of my ability, free of charge, I might add. But please, don't go spreading rumors about me. All right, to prove my sincerity, I'll introduce you to Wildfire. If you're looking for something down here, they're the ones to ask. Because you're looking for something? Why are you asking? Dan Hung told me you guys were searching for a... what's the word? Stellaron. Sounded pretty powerful. If anyone has a clue on its whereabouts, it'll be Wildfire.
You said I'd uncover a clue if I became the Fight Club champion.
Sampo.
Yeah. I mean, if you fought in the final round and won, you'd have incredible street cred right now. Wildfire wouldn't think twice about talking with you. I don't see the problem. Well, there's no such thing as a free lunch, of course. Wildfire has no reason to help you yet, so we'll just have to give them one. With your talents, we have nothing to worry about. I'm telling you, no matter where you go, there's only one rule to getting things done. Find the demand. You know, like supply and demand. Anyway, the Underground has been sealed off for more than a decade, but do you think people here are just resigned to their fate? Well, if you want my opinion, they're a bunch of artless, stubborn fools. But who cares what I think, huh? They're a band of do-gooders who sprung up to maintain order in the Underground after the Silvermane guards withdrew. Wildfire set up shop. Still, don't underestimate them. We walk in the presence of giants. Have you heard that saying before? Well, Wildfire has giants in its midst. You'll see. Have a little faith. It's like I said, Sampo never lets friends who've helped him come to harm.
You keep saying that, though, and then you keep doing weird stuff, so, hard to trust it.
So, what does Wildfire do all day?
Everything. They keep the peace, uphold justice, fight for resources, distribute goods. The sliver of trust they have for me has to do with the last one. Huh. Where's Joshua?
What are those shiny rocks?
This is geomarrow, an exothermic ore. The underground and the surface are sealed off from one another, right? Well, only the geomarrow transport line is still running. The underground sends ore to the surface, and the surface sends goods to the underground. at least in theory. Most undergrounders are miners, and this is what they mine for a living. You know, if we didn't have geomarrow to burn, this world would have frozen to death long ago. All right, let's keep moving. The person I was looking for isn't here.
But the trash can, Sampo. Who knows if you're right or not? How would I know? It's not fair. The trash can thinks you're right. It's not fair. Goodbye, Elder Dumpster.
Oh, old Oleg isn't here either? Where is everyone?
Jeez, it's almost like you're leading us on a wild goose chase.
So you're leading us on another wild goose chase?
I wouldn't dare. Trust me, we're getting close.
Huh? What's that huge structure in the distance?
Oh, that's the furnace core. It's the pillar that connects the underworld and the overworld. People used to travel up and down that thing, but then...
Then what?
It's a long story. In any case, practically nothing moves up or down anymore.
Except you.
Oh, come on, my dear fellow. I thought we weren't going to discuss this. I beg you, the fewer rumors there are about me, the better. Zila's usually always out on patrol here at this time. What's Wildfire up to? Are they avoiding me?
Hey, look! Who is that?
Well, we found Bronya.
It looks like she's in trouble.
My friends, don't just stand there. This drama doesn't need any more bystanders.
Oh? You know, it might be interesting to see you get in trouble.
We should avoid attracting too much attention. But we can't just leave her.
March is right. Does anyone have popcorn? Oh my god.
Exactly! My boy, Cold Dragon Young. Young Master Dan Hung speaks with reason.
Let's help her.
All right, princess. Let's dispense with the pleasantries.
You dare attack someone on our turf? Well, how about a few rounds with me?
Darn it! Quick, disperse!
Never mind, she doesn't need our help.
Spineless thugs.
Miss Zila, phew. It's a good thing you showed up when you did. My heartfelt thanks. These vagrants have got some nerve looking for trouble in Wildfire Terra.
Shut it, Sampo. This is you written all over it. Wildfire has countless issues on its plate right now. We don't need a side order of Koski. I hear Silvermane Guard is paying the Underworld a visit. Is that you?
You kidnapped me and brought me to the Underground. What is the meaning of this?
That was an accident, apparently.
Listen to her. What is the meaning of this? She still thinks she's an overworld princess. Do you know what's become of us down here while you live the easy life? Did you even consider the fate of the Underworlders?
The Silvermane guards aren't living the easy life. We are constantly engaged with the enemy, defending Belobog from the scourge of attacking monsters and protecting all those above and below the surface.
Do you even hear yourself? You protect the underground? Redeploying every guard to the surface? Sealing off the only passageway? Protecting the so-called architects, more like it.
The Madam Guardian has her reasons.
Those reasons being that the Stellaron is whispering in her ear.
Enough talk. You're coming with me. Chief Oleg wants to see you, and he's got more than a few questions.
Perfect, Miss Hila. We were just on our way to pay Chief Oleg a visit ourselves. Room for a few more?
Fully booked. Who are they?
Yeah, definitely not a friend of Sampo's. That sounds like it'd get me blacklisted.
What good is your name by itself?
Well, it's like this. The chief's in the market for specific talent. An urgent request, so I'm taking them to see him.
We're looking for a Stellaron. It's the source of all the disasters here. If we find it, we can...
I would recommend you not recite your story to everyone you meet. Miss Hila won't understand it anyway, so let's save it for the chief, huh?
I do agree with you on that one, Sampo. Monch, you've got to stop telling every single person we see about the Stellaron.
You're right. I don't understand it. And I don't plan on passing the message on either. Wildfire's encountered trouble at the Great Mine. The chief's busy. If you really want to find him, come look for me at the mine entrance. I'm leaving.
How are you finding your first trailblazing expedition?
Well, we kind of got arrested. I'm a bit discombobulated.
That's good. I'm about to summarize the intel we've gathered so far. Did you want to listen?
Sure.
First, we have the Underworld, a huge underground space. Miners have built towns here and are excavating geomarrow. We learned from Natasha that the Underworld shoulders the energy needs for their entire civilization. Laboring in the Underworld used to be a great honor, and there was regular movement between realms. Sampo mentioned the furnace core, which people would use to travel in both directions. But now, each realm is sealed off from the other. Only the automatic transport line for geomarrow and goods is still in operation. The reason for sealing the furnace core still needs to be investigated. In addition, it appears that Sampo has secret connections that grant him passage between here and the surface that may come in useful to us. Up to now, apart from Branya, whom Sampo brought here, I still haven't seen a single Silvermane guard. At the Fight Club, I heard people say that the guards withdrew from the underground many years ago, and that it was the Supreme Guardian who gave the order. At the time, the Supreme Guardian was none other than Kokolia Rand. Next, we have our goal, the Stellaron. After we revealed our intentions, the Supreme Guardian suspended communications and sent soldiers to arrest us. Her reaction was strange, to say the least. It's too early to say, but it was a radical move. It means that we must have broached a highly sensitive subject, a secret that she's sparing no effort to protect. If I remember our discussion correctly, I think there are two main possibilities. The Architects and the Stellaron. I'm inclined to think it's the latter, but we lack evidence. There's an old saying that goes, good fortune lies within bad fortune lurks within good. Even when compared with the overworld, the underworld has a long history. There should be valuable intel here. Not to mention, without the Supreme Guardian's interference, we have a better chance than ever of locating the Stellaron.
Fair. If she can't see us, she can't stop us.
Lastly, we have the main strength of the underworld, wildfire. After the Silvermane guards withdrew, and in order to keep the peace, the residents of the underworld spontaneously organized their own militia, thereby taking over the guards' duties. Ally? It's a little premature to be talking about that. But Wildfire will be familiar with all manner of forces below ground. If we want to find Stellaron clues in the underground, I'm certain they can help. I don't know them. Trust isn't part of the picture yet. But speaking of trust, I suggest you don't place too much of yours in Sampo Koski.
Don't even worry about it, man. I don't trust that guy at all. He's hilarious, but I do not trust him.
He hasn't revealed his true intentions, but he has managed to corral us into a difficult situation, almost without us realizing. That's a dangerous person indeed. That's all we need to summarize for now. If there's anything else you're not clear on, come and find me.
Oh, hi! Wanna listen to my thoughts on the underground?
Sure.
Where should I start? My observational skills are second to none. Well, the underworld is surrounded by cliffs, and there's no obvious structure. It seems like a spread out collection of mines and small towns, just like the outskirts of Belobog. There's that huge pillar called the furnace core that's always in view. Maybe it's some kind of energy hub? From what I've seen, the residents are nearly all miners. It seems like the people here have less than those in the overworld. Still, the miners watch fights in their spare time. It's less pretentious than that theater they have on the surface. They're always in a hurry. The pace of life here is so fast. Things are pretty busy in the overworld too, but everything feels more relaxed up there. I'm not so good at analyzing people, but seeing as you asked. That guy? He's lazy, lying, cunning, and evil. I don't like him. Can't stand the sight of him. I bet you think he's pretty entertaining. Watch out or he'll fool you.
You're right, I do think he's very entertaining.
You mean that naughty kid we played hide and seek with? Dr. Natasha said that she's a handful, but that she also takes care of the homeless kids. Maybe she's more mature than she seems? Still, I can't believe how arrogant she is. I was pretty mad with her for a while. The Silvermane girl? She's pretty. I like looking at her. When I first met her, I thought she was kind of scary, but now it seems like there's something on her mind. I'm too nervous to ask her. At least she's not trying to arrest us anymore.
I'm sure she'd be straight back to it if we managed to get back to the surface.
She says what she thinks. I like her. And did you hear what she said about the Silvermane guards? Sounded like she'd been waiting a long time to say it. I think I'd get along with her. If we can get her to help us, we'll bag a Stellaron in no time. If you hear any juicy gossip, information, come find me.
Gossip, huh, March? Oh, hello, you guys are still here. Huh, I didn't notice. Hi, Sampo.
Bored? Your big brother Sampo's always up for a chat.
Who the heck even are you, man?
What kind of question is that?
I'm your old pal Sampo Koski.
We've been through thick and thin together.
We haven't been through thick or thin, pal. Aw, man. I'm gonna let him have it.
Yeah. Wait, do you mean it?
Well, that depends on your definition of old, but sure. We've known each other for 2 days now, I suppose.
Wildfire are one of my major clients. Though the work is mostly odds and ends, still, it's always a pleasure.
Who am I to complain if the money's right, huh?
Zila works for them. Oleg's most trusted lieutenant. To her, I'm probably just a Wildfire's lapdog.
Yeah, well, but a very contented lapdog, I should add.
As a non-member, not a clue. They'd never tell me their ultimate aims. Shame, really. It's not like I'm a blabbermouth.
Oh, sure, you're definitely not a blabbermouth. You definitely didn't start talking about trade secrets to some randos you found in the snow because you thought that they were treasure hunters.
A pleasure. Until next time.
I will arrest you under the Supreme Guardian's decree. Nothing has changed.
I figured you would say that.
I am not your friend.
I like to get close to... Please arrest me! Oh, man. Please arrest me. I can't wait.
I saw you the day before the Goethe Hotel. Japard took you to see the Supreme Guardian. He told me you were visitors from beyond the sky.
Because we are.
Just like the interstellar travelers of ancient legend. People of all kinds that carried the will of the eons. Japard said that you wanted to help us reverse the damage that the eternal freeze and fragmentum continue to wreak on our planet. But that night, Mother summoned me and ordered me to take a detachment to arrest you. What happened? The Supreme Guardian didn't tell me the details, and Japard had to rush back to the front line. I don't understand.
Listen, you're not the only one who doesn't understand. But we do want to get rid of the Stellaron.
Oh. The Silvermane guards withdrew to the surface long ago. I must avoid that identity here. Until we're back in the overworld, I propose a temporary truce and cooperation. Your true intentions are of interest to me. If it helps you to trust me, I'm willing to answer your questions to the best of my ability. Let me repeat. All I received were the Supreme Guardian's instructions. It is for the adjudication panel to pass judgment on the accused. All the Supreme Guardian told me was that your identities were counterfeit and that your intention was to overthrow the rule of the architects. Truthfully, I've never heard of this Stellaron. But if all this catastrophe could be brought to an end simply by sealing it, then I hope its existence proves to be real. Fragmentum monster activity on the surface intensified, and hostilities on the front line were critical. To resist the invasion, the architects had no choice but to redeploy the guards to the front line. If we couldn't hold our defensive line, then we wouldn't be able to maintain our supply of aid to the underground, which would have collapsed without us. That was the Supreme Guardian's explanation. In truth, I've always felt like something important is being hidden. Whether it's the architects, Mother, or the Silvermane guards, there's always an unnatural element to their actions. Since encountering you, the unexpected seems to have arrived in waves. I never thought I'd enter the underworld that has been sealed away for so long.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
I have a feeling that with you, I can pick up the lost threads and dispel my uncertainties. We should be going to see Wildfire. Let's move.
Hey, you came. That was fast.
Yeah, what's up in the mine?
Didn't I tell you? Long story short, the underground used to have many mines. However, in recent years, some sort of corrosion called the fragmentum started to spread. It's ruined a lot of mines. The one we're heading into is relatively unaffected. A bunch of vagrants made it their home after their old turf was consumed by the fragmentum. Actually, most of them are pretty honest folks. But with such a large group, it's inevitable that troublemakers will find their way in. They've been stealing stuff from the miners and picking fights. And that's not the worst of it. Things are much more serious this time. For 2 days now, huge clashes have been breaking out between the miners and the vagrants. It isn't pretty. Mines are our lifelines in the underworld. We have to keep providing geomarrow to the overworld in exchange for supplies. In order to quell the situation, Chief Oleg brought Wildfire into the mine and left me in charge of security for the towns. But the situation in the mine is critical. I have to back him up.
Understood. Let's get going.
Oh, as for you, the Chief will decide your fate when we see him.
Good. I've been wanting to come face to face with the leader of the underworld.
You're about to come face to face with reality.
Huh? Isn't that the doctor lady?
What's Natasha doing here? Things must be worse than I thought. Nat, I didn't think you'd be here. Where's Oleg?
Hey, Zila and Sampo's guests. So it looks like you've already met. I haven't seen Oleg. The miners said they saw him take a group further in.
Yeah, if you're here, that kinda means trouble.
Miners and their family members. They want an explanation from the instigators. This area up ahead is a vagrant dwelling, but they've sealed off the entrance. I guess they're afraid that angry miners might try to take revenge. I heard that many were injured in the clashes, so I hurried over here to see if I could help.
How could the situation here become such a mess?
I heard that First Mining Team found a geomarrow vein with incredible deposits. The initial estimate put it at the largest discovery in the last 30 years.
Are you serious? That's big news. How come I never heard about it?
Well, they weren't in a hurry to make it known. Most of the mines have been contaminated by the fragmentum. Many people are out of work. They were afraid of being overwhelmed if they let the word out. But the vagrants here have keen eyes. They couldn't keep it hidden from them. Some local gangs wanted to profit from the situation, so they blackmailed the mining team for hush money. And that was the final straw.
Yeah, blackmail doesn't go over so well.
I can understand your thinking. It's just that the underground is in difficult straits.
Yeah, but like keeping it to yourself just makes it into a bigger thing when someone inevitably finds out, so it can just make things worse that way as well.
And that's how the clash started. Now both sides are dealing with heavy losses. So, are you guys here to help resolve the conflict?
Something like that.
They're here because they need a favor from Chief Oleg. I'm escorting them.
And we will help along the way.
And seeing as you need that helping hand, it wouldn't be too much to ask you to lend one here first, right?
Of course we want to help. We care about other people too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally why we came here.
Oh, that's quite nice of you.
I believe we're dealing with kind-hearted people here, Zila. As you've all seen, the situation down here is, strained. If you can, we would really appreciate you helping the people.
Aw, the Astral Express family. Found some weird stuff, guys. Okay, I get it. They're relics. Thank you. Okay, sure. I still don't get it. Just ask Kurta. Okay, Weld, okay. I'll ask Kurta if I care that much. Goodbye.
Don't come any closer. The road's blocked. Stay where you are.
Oh, easy. Why are you hiding in there? Don't you know what happened in the mine?
Well, what's that got to do with us? Do you think we're the same as those thugs?
Is anyone with you injured? We have a doctor. She can care for your wounded.
Yeah, right. And you can guarantee that no one there with you is out for blood. I don't believe it. Stay where you are.
These guys.
The giant ore vein, the one they discovered. That must be where the clashes are centered. Come on, let's get to higher ground and take a look.
That person up ahead, is he asleep?
Let's head up and take a look. He might need help.
Hey buddy, this is not a good place for a nap.
Falling asleep in a place like this. Impressive. Hey, wakey wakey! You'll get mushrooms growing on your head.
What? Mushroom bread? I can't see it on the menu. Miss Sela!
Have you got a death wish or something? How can you sleep here? Get back to safety and take shelter.
Take shelter? I remember now. These guys came out of nowhere and got into a fight with the mining team.
And you just forgot about that when you fell asleep?
At the time, I was exhausted. I'd hardly run a few feet when one of them caught me. If it weren't for Wildfire, they'd have stolen the clothes off my back.
Yeah, really? Really? They would bother? What happened after that?
Further in, I guess. Those thugs took control of the vein ages ago, and they're fully armed. We poor, defenseless, good folks were no match for them. It's only thanks to Wildfire that the Great Mine hasn't fallen into their hands completely.
It seems like Chief Oleg must be up ahead. Hurry up and get back to safety. Look for Nat. And try not to get into another scrap along the way.
Okay. Thank you for, getting me on my feet. If I get back soon enough, I'll have time for a nap.
You were literally just asleep, sir. I think you have a problem.
I recognize that woman. That's Elaine from First Mining Team. Quick, let's get up there and see if she's wounded. Elaine! Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Zila, thank goodness. I'm fine. Just a couple of sprains. You've got good timing. Those vagrants were asking me about the robots, but I don't know anything.
Yeah, robots. Haven't seen any yet.
Oh, don't you know? The intersection of the Great Mine has been seized by a band of robots. Neither the mining team nor the vagrants can get anywhere near.
New challengers enter. About time. Human-only conflicts are so boring.
March.
Does anyone know where the robots come from?
At first, we thought that a collective fault had occurred in the excavation machines, but then we found out that those machines didn't even belong to the mining team. They came out of nowhere and pushed the vagrants and us back. Then they blocked off the only tunnels into the intersection. There's no way anyone in the mining team is behind this. Operating a single unit is tiring enough, but a whole group? Impossible.
Then there's only one possibility. Boss Svarog.
Svarog? That name sounds familiar.
I think they mentioned it at the Fight Club.
You remember the robots we defeated in the boxing gym?
Oh, Boss Svarog's robots. What's his deal?
Let's just say he's not to be trifled with. Let's go and find some other people. Elaine, can you make it back to safety?
No problem. Zila and the rest of you, be careful.
Robots? Aligned against humans? I've never heard of such a thing. Machines should obey humans unconditionally.
That's not the only thing you won't have heard of down here, Princess.
Is this elevator broken? Why isn't it responding?
Why are you worried about this piece of junk? Do you really want to go down there and be a live target for the robots?
But if we evacuate, then haven't we lost out?
Well, do you want to evacuate, or do you want to get killed by a robot? That seems like your two options here, buddy.
You idiots. We'll just steal off the miners. Look, I saw with my own eyes. They managed to bag some geomarrow. This is a perfect opportunity.
Oh, good idea.
Shameless. Still after the miners, are you? Time to teach you a lesson.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Time for the main event.
Turn up the volume!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Let's make it quick.
Fleeing at the first sign of danger. That's all they're good for.
Huh? What's this? Did those guys leave it behind? Whoa! What the heck? Beep, beep, beep! Searching for potential user.
Okay.
Beep, beep, beep! Voice print detected. Looking up corresponding identity information. Oh my, it's an alien!
They're not in my records, oh my god!
Hey, it talks! And it knows that we aren't from this planet?
It doesn't seem to be technology from here. Look, it even has an Interastral Peace Corporation logo on it. Perhaps it's an antiquity left behind by some past interstellar traveler.
Beep, beep, beep. Your mom's an antiquity.
Oh, excuse me?
Beep, beep, beep. Whatever. So you aliens know about the Interastral Peace Corporation? That's great.
Okay, who's on the other end of this robot? Cause it is not talking like a robot.
Beep, beep, beep. Self-introduction. I am Richard, the home use object finder. Model information. Version 0.63, professional model, annual deluxe package. Nickname, Findy.
A home use object finder? Who knew the IPC made these kinds of products?
Beep, beep, beep. My brainwave scanner module is damaged. Please send me to an Interastral Peace Appliances retail store near you for free repair within the warranty period of 232 years, 84 days.
That's a long warranty.
Beep, beep, beep. Alien, please take me to an Interastral Peace Appliances retail store to conduct repairs.
What? This fella's already broken. What should we do? Take it with us?
My inventory's already maxed out. I mean, sure. We'll take it along.
Beep, beep, beep! Yes. When you need to find something you can't see, just call upon Findy. That's me!
Cowards and bullies. I don't remember you guys acting this tough around Svarog's minions. Did your parents never teach you what a backbone was?
We ain't stupid. Why would we risk our lives against the robots? And get off the high road. You can't just find a huge chunk of geomarrow and hog it all to yourselves.
This mine is our territory. The mining team is laboring here day in and day out. You guys don't even pretend like you're here to lend a hand. You're lazy. All you want is to profit off our sweat and tears. And you don't even try hiding it. Disgraceful.
Where does disgrace come into it when we can't even fill our stomachs, huh? I know your game. You're just waiting for us to starve to death so there's more food for your mining team.
It's a waste of time trying to reason with you. While you've been kicking up this fuss, the whole vein's been seized by robots. Now we're all in the same boat.
Right. We can't rely on the vein anymore. But don't forget which side brought loaded guns to the party.
Whoa, easy. What are you trying to pull off? I'm warning you, wildfire are in the area.
Empty threat. Wildfire are stuck dealing with Svarog's minions. How are they gonna help you now? Unless you're planning on taking a bullet. Hand over the supplies and equipment.
They're getting ready to attack. Those miners are unarmed.
Yeah, see, Bronya, injustice happens everywhere.
You shameless scoundrels!
Also, where'd you get those guns from?
I'm going to. We can't let these thugs get away with whatever they like.
Aha! And who do we have here? Do you know whose territory this is?
Shut it. This isn't your territory. I'm in a hurry. I'll take you all in one go.
My tempo! You have the worst luck running into me.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock! My turn. Watch this!
Oh, Zila, Thank goodness you came. We were nearly,
Nothing but a few knuckleheads. I'm just glad you're okay. Antonia, have you seen Chief Oleg?
Oleg? He took a group into the intersection. Said it was to clear off the invading robots. They've been gone for a while now. If Wildfire was around, those thugs wouldn't have dared.
Seems like the core of this problem is Svarog's robots.
Yeah, so who is Svarog?
The boss. He appeared suddenly after the guards were redeployed and became a major player in the Underworld. Svarog claims to be a guardian of humanity. All the ownerless robots obey his commands. They've occupied the Furnace Core hub, and they're not letting anyone get close. Nobody knows why Svarog did any of this. He usually doesn't leave the Furnace Core and interfere unless some kind of disorder breaks out in the Underworld.
Wait, a guardian of humanity? That can command robots? No, I've never heard of anything like.
I'm pretty sure you don't really get any reports from the Underground, Bronya.
Looks like your mighty architects weren't as all-knowing as you thought.
Can you two say anything without quarreling? This isn't the time! It sounds like there's danger waiting for us in the intersection. Can we still get through?
I want to meet this guy. I mean, we still haven't found Oleg.
Yeah, you still need to talk with the chief. It's only a bunch of scrap metal. What are we afraid of?
Oh, is Zila starting to appreciate our strength?
I'll be honest. You guys are hardworking. If everyone from Wildfire were as impressive as you on the battlefield, we wouldn't be so hard-pressed by Svarog. Antonia, can you take the mining team back through the entrance to meet up with Natasha?
Sure thing, but be careful. There are a lot of robots up ahead. What kind of days are we living through? Svarog? I don't know much. The Underground's in turmoil, everyone's focused on their own issues. Who has time to get involved in someone else's affairs? I heard the Vagrants say Svarog was protecting their base near the Furnace Core. And there I was thinking he was one of the good guys. Huh? What are you trying to say? That it's my fault?
I'm just asking questions.
Forget it. I'm just tired, that's all. Even if those vagrants have no home to return to, they still have their dignity. Won't accept charity forever. They needed honest work to get them through this hardship, so I let them join the mining team. Can anyone really say I did wrong? Nah, the problem started with them leaving home and being dependent on charity. If you want something to blame, blame life in the Underworld. Yeah, they're a reliable group. Trust me, if we didn't have them, this area would be packed with monsters already. Just like Rivet Town. I'm about to take the mining team over to Dr. Natasha. Take care of yourselves.
Is this the right way? It looks like there's a roadblock up ahead.
I'll be the judge of that. Come on, let's take a closer look.
It's completely blocked by the mine cart. What do we do? Can we blow it up?
That sounds kind of dangerous.
Easy. It belongs to the mining team. We can't just destroy it. We should try and fix it.
Easier said than done. Do you know how?
Yeah, of course. Every Underworlder worth their salt knows how to fix a minecart. Let me see. Even the pin connecting the body to the chassis is broken. Not to mention the rear wheel set bearing. This looks like the work of Svarog's minions. We need to find spare parts we can use nearby. We're wasting time.
Beep, beep, beep! Friends, do you need to find something? Findy can help?
How come you just jumped out on your own, little fella? Isn't your module thingy broken?
Beep, beep, beep. My brainwave scanner module is indeed broken. However, manual input for search is still operable. Come on, input the name of the object you were looking for. Findy can help.
Oh, well, aren't you confident? Huh, let me give it a try then. Where's the input interface? Ah, found it. Minecart pin, minecart wheel set, confirm. Just like that?
Beep, beep, beep. Request is being processed. Beep, beep, beep. Match successful. Initiating search for lost item, minecart pin. Beep, beep, beep. Item found. Please commence search according to the Home Use Object Finder Safety Manual.
Findy, we don't have your safety manual.
Let me see. Yeah, we can make do with this part. This little machine isn't half bad.
Very talkative, though.
Beep, beep, beep. What's that? Is that a hint of respect for Findy?
How convenient. So, next time Don Hung gets lost, we can just use Findy to find him, right?
Beep, beep, beep. Biological life form search is currently not supported. If you have any questions, please call Interastral Peace Appliances.
You'll have to pick something he's wearing and look for him that way.
Well, it was a good idea. Let's look for the next part.
Why are you saying that like you're admitting you're gonna get lost?
Beep, beep, beep. Initiating search for lost item, minecart wheel set. Beep, beep, beep. Item found. Please commence search according to the Home Use Object Finder Safety Manual.
That's everything. You were a big help, Findy.
Beep, beep, beep. It was nothing. Interastral Peace Appliances, your most trustworthy companion.
Please stop recommending human tactical microwaves to me, though. I don't know what that is, and it sounds kind of scary.
Beep, beep, beep. Current search complete. Entering sleep mode. Please recharge the Home Use Object Finder.
We're pretty lucky, huh? Without Findy, it probably would have taken half the day to find these parts.
Well, not that long, but that little machine definitely made it a lot easier. All right, let's go back and fix the minecart.
Are you gonna do it yourself?
Why wouldn't I? You've got to be self-reliant down here. Watch, you might learn something.
All right, mission accomplished.
Quick work. You know, I didn't think you guys had worked a day in your lives, but you know how to get your hands dirty.
The cart is about to depart.
This vein. So this is what everyone is fighting over. Mr. Svarog, it's such a massive vein. I've never seen so much geomarrow before.
Oh, right, that's Svarog. Duh, I knew that.
Calculating. Based on the average rate of excavation, this vein is enough to supply Belobog with 231 days of energy, with a margin of error of 7 days. I sense that your reason for summoning me is not the ore in question. State your true intention, Clara.
Right. I wanted Mr. Svarog to see that many miners and vagrants have gotten hurt because of the vein. Can you help them?
I have already prevented the dispute and taken temporary control of the excavation zone. Evaluation result. In the event of no further variables, there will be no large-scale armed conflict within the next 30 days.
Hate to break it to you, Svarog, but you didn't prevent a dispute. You started a different dispute.
I know why you did it, Mr. Svarog. It's just, I don't think it'll be enough. The mining team and Wildfire, they don't understand your actions. If only we could do more for them.
My mission is the protection of the Underworld. The trust of the minority sample is redundant to my calculations. Human behavior will always deviate from rational calculation, Clara. As evidenced by their presence here.
Svarog! We haven't settled our final score.
Seela, subordinate to Wildfire. Your resistance is futile. The result of my calculation is unequivocal. Remaining in the Underworld is the optimal strategy for survival.
This again. Calculation results, survival strategies. I haven't got time for your thesis. Withdraw your forces, or I'll lose my temper.
Observe, Clara. Even under abject conditions, humans are unable to avoid division and conflict.
Svarog, you did impose a hostile takeover on the mine, so people getting upset is the natural reaction to that.
But Mr. Svarog...
Human failure to accept the calculation result is a significant threat to the survival strategy of the Underworld. Calculation complete. Result unequivocal. Armed suppression of Wildfire and their allies is the optimal course of action.
Yeah, I'd rather we didn't fight.
And more fashionably dressed, too. Hey, is he about to leave? What about the girl in red?
We must leave, Clara. External variables have triggered a calculation reset. The furnace core hub requires protection.
Please, Mills, don't hit them too hard.
Oh, but not don't hit them at all, huh?
I was getting bored of those minions. Time for a real fight. Come at me!
Phew, not bad. How many of these big guys is Svarog hiding?
Probably a lot.
A lot, which is why Wildfire has never been able to take him down. Svarog's forces are too strong. We don't have enough firepower. Clara? Don't worry about her. That girl is best pals with Svarog. She's always following behind him. He wouldn't harm her. I guess I'm just used to seeing them together now, even if I don't understand it. Let's look for the chief.
No need to look far.
Oleg, you finally exist.
Nice work, Zila. We were attacked on both sides by robots. Who knows where they came from? We thought we were in it for the long haul.
Chief, is everyone okay? Is anyone injured?
We're fine. We're used to it at this point. We sent those pesky robots and ragtag troops packing. The mine should be quiet for a while. And, who are your friends here?
Hi, we're from space.
Ah, them. They're outsiders that Sampo brought down from who knows where. They need a favor from Wildfire, so I brought them with me. It'll be faster if they explain.
Yeah, and also Bronya.
It's been a while since I heard that anyone was pleased to meet anyone. I won't forget you in a hurry. Wildfire welcomes you.
Yeah, good first impression achieved.
So, you went to all this trouble to find Wildfire. What help is it you need?
know you'd put on a show for the overworld, too. Impressive.
Well, this is new. Wildfire can barely take care of the underworld, and now outsiders are looking for assistance from us. This Stellaron you speak of, I've never heard of it. But if it's a secret that even we locals don't know about, then one name does come to mind.
Sampo? That guy's pretty sus, right? I don't know, Colia?
The current Supreme Guardian is a liar who uses sweet words to deceive the underworld. She's never cared about our survival.
Oh yeah, maybe don't say that right in front of Bronya. But also, yes, I believe you.
Stop right there. I won't allow you to insult the Madam Guardian.
Miss Overworld, my words may be painful to you, but every one of them is true. Go out into the towns and hear for yourself. See how the people here suffer. I haven't gotten close to voicing the extent of the Underworld's grievances, young lady. But I will respect your request. I will leave it at that for now. Let's get back to the main topic. The name that came to my mind was Svarog.
Well, Svarog doesn't seem to like us very much, so...
Huh? Isn't Svarog Wildfire's sworn enemy?
Why would a mere robot in the underworld have knowledge of important secrets?
Sworn enemy. Not how I see it. The young master here is closer. Svarog is a cold and unfeeling machine. He recognizes only the dead reasoning of his calculations. Svarog is not against Wildfire. Or perhaps I should say, Wildfire isn't even of concern to him. That ancient robot witnessed the war. If you're looking to pick up a thread, he may well be your best source.
Yeah, I remember hearing this world was invaded by the Legion hundreds of years ago.
He's in pretty good working order for a several hundreds years old robot.
Robots don't forget. If Svarog hasn't heard of your Stellaron, then I'm afraid perhaps no one has.
In which case, we need to think of a way to convince Svarog to communicate with us.
Or get him to hand over his memory bank. We could go through it ourselves.
Pretty sure that's not gonna happen.
What should we do?
We've tried repeatedly to negotiate with Svarog, but he rejects every effort. He believes that Wildfire is a threat. Still, if it were you guys... it's difficult to say. We have time. Let's get into the detail tomorrow. It's late, and you must have been through a lot. Go back to the town and rest. I'll make arrangements.
Again? I'm starting to get nervous of arranged rest on this planet.
Considering last time we did wake up to get arrested.
As for our Silvermane girl here, do you have time? I'd like to talk with you in private.
Wildfire? The Vagrants? Svarog? The changes in here are greater than I ever imagined. What exactly did the Underworld go through after the Silvermane guards left? Sorry. Did you have something you wanted to say to me?
Just checking in.
I think I know what it will concern. Even if Oleg wasn't looking for me, I would have looked for him. I'm certain that the residents of the Underground will have a lot they need to vent about. And, as a Silvermane guard, I have a lot that I need to ascertain. Nothing more. According to Oleg, he's a robot that took part in the War of Defense over 700 years ago. He possesses a near-human intelligence and rules over all the machinery in the Underground. During the war, the architects created astonishing mechanical soldiers. But the fight was so terrible that most were damaged or destroyed. The technology was lost. If what Oleg says is true, then Svarog is an architect creation left over from the old era. We do? I hadn't realized. I've received rigorous military training. Coordinating with soldiers under any circumstances is easy for me.
Yeah, you can say what you really mean.
I admit Zila is talented. We do work well together. But that's all there is to it. Hey, thanks for your concern. You should head back to the town. And I'll do the same when Oleg and I are finished.
Young lady, this isn't the best place for a chat. Let's keep things brief. Svarog? Well, he's an artificially intelligent being from the old world. He was here when the Underground was first constructed. That's about all I knew. Now he guards the Furnace Core hub. Many vagrants have established bases in the vicinity, seeking Svarog's protection. You got the gist from Natasha, right? The miners and vagrants came to blows over the vein. Then Svarog's subordinates pushed everyone back. You saw for yourself. After he pushed everyone back, he disappeared. It was clear he didn't have any interest in the vein itself. If you want my take, he prevented another Underworld conflict. Even if the execution was rough around the edges.
No kidding.
His behavior says something about his thinking. As long as everyone's been driven out, the conflict is over. Well, I heard that she's a Silvermane guard that was sent to arrest you. I expected you to be less friendly around each other. Are you worried about her?
I can be worried about people who tried to arrest me.
Oh, working together. Understood. Rest easy. I won't make things difficult for her. We haven't seen a Silvermane guard down here for a long time now. I just want to ask her a few questions. Nothing more. It's getting late. You should go back to the town and get some rest.
You guys have some moves. If you need my help with anything, just shout.
We need your help. Well, we don't need your help right now.
It'll take more than that. But you're not as bad as I took you for. You walk the talk.
That's a start.
Oh, I wanted to ask you. That Branya girl, is she really a Silvermane guard?
She sure is.
Oh, she heads up the force? Not bad.
Reluctantly complimenting each other.
It's just, I thought that Silvermane guards were all cold and unfeeling. They left the Underworld to perish. But she doesn't give me that impression. Anyway, I've got stuff to report to the chief. See you around.